Hey guys, how you doing? We're going to do a little fly tying today. I am tying for the tailwaters in winter. This is my fly tying desk. Look at that, it's a mess, and I just cleaned it up. These are tubs of supplies that we draw from. See those? That's what we use for our fly tying. I basically have two boxes I use for the tailwaters come winter time. First of all is what I call our attractor box. I oftentimes use a lead fly that is heavily weighted, beads, might have wire underneath them, whatever. And I often use these instead of a little split shot. And then we've got a little nymph box. You can see here, lots of little nymphs. We've got some little midges here, some WD-40s, some emergers, that kind of stuff. And what I want to go over today is go crazy. Tie rogue. Tie different colors. You can see the various colors we've got in here. I use a lot of olives, blacks, browns, reds. And you can see some have some crystal flash or something in there. Give it a little flash, that kind of thing. But go rogue. Go rogue while tying. Change things up. Change different materials. This is my standard emerger wing material. Change it up. Use some crystal flash. Use different body materials. You can see two different, very different body materials here. This one is a rabbit. This one is, what is that? Antron. Antron. Sparkly. I'll use both of them to change it up. Go with a straight tail using just some feather, or go with a split tail using tailing fibers. But let's get into some tying. Let's tie some flies. My box is getting low on emergers right now, so we're going to tie some emergers. Really quick and simple, but the key is I'll tie some ones I know work well for me, but I'll go rogue. I'll use some strange materials, some different materials that I don't normally use. In this one, I'm just going to use some duck feathers for tailing material, but I could do a split tail with tailing fibers. This is easier to tie with than trying to do a split tail, and works just as good for me. I could use some thread as ribbing. I could use some ribbing material as ribbing. I could even use wire for ribbing, or crystal flash. This particular one, I'm going to use no ribbing because that's what works for me. But I'll change it up as well. Just some polyfloss or some CDC or some crystal flash for wing material. This one, I'm just going to use a little piece of polyfloss. This is my standard go-to. Quick and easy, tie that in. And then dubbing materials. I could use multiple different kinds of dubbing materials. In this one, I'm just going to use basic olive rabbit. Tie it in, and away we go. Whip finish, little head cement, clip off my wing, and I am good to go. It's ready to fish with. So that's my basic emerger. And this one, we'll go a little rogue. Tying our line in, and instead of using just feathers, I'm going to use a little piece of crystal flash doubled over as my tailing material. Tie it in, clip it off, and there you go. Nice little tail of crystal flash. I'm also going to use a gray thread as a ribbing material, so I get a nice little rib in there. Quick and easy. Get our gray ribbing tied off. And then for our emerging wing, I'm going to use CDC instead of my Polywing, I could even use Crystal Flash or anything else. So here's my CDC. I can shorten it by just ripping it, or I can trim it to size. Whatever suits my fancy. And I'm going to use an Antron dubbing, which is much more flashy from a natural dubbing, before and ahead of the wing. I will tie that off and apply a touch of head cement. And there we go. We've gone rogue. Another one that I'm sure will catch fish as well. So I'm just going to sit down here and tie a bunch of emergers, fill my box up. I'm going to tie a bunch of my standard, most common ones that work well for me, tried and true. And then I'm going to do a bunch of them that are not normal for me. Change it up, different colors, different materials, just going rogue. And for those finicky fish, on those finicky days, might run across one that works even better for me. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Switch things up when you're at the tying bench. Try some different things. And if you like this video, be sure and give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos, be sure and subscribe to our page. Hope you guys have a great day out there. Catch lots of fish, and we'll see you soon on the water.